Hey guys, let's talk about something. Here in Tennessee, it has been hot and humid. We've got rain around us, but after the rain comes, the humidity busts it. Now, in a SHTF situation, the heat and the humidity is going to be extremely dangerous for um, for us because it just depends on what kind of SHTF happens. If it knocks the power grid out, we're not going to have any electricity for lights, for water, for air conditioner, for fans, or anything. Just imagine if you have to bug out walking in this heat and the humidity with your gear on your back, and 9 times out of 10 you're going to be walking the roadways. So the heat coming off the asphalt blasting you is just going to be tremendous. I mean, especially just imagine somebody trying to walk out of LA or walk out of Phoenix or Dallas or something like that. Up north the humidity's not as bad as it is here, and deeper south you go, like Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Georgia, Alabama, Florida, the Carolinas, man, the humidity is horrible there compared to here. But a person, if I had to bug out, I would have to have a gallon to 2 gallons of water or something to drink a day. I mean, I've been working clearing land, and it has totally zapped me. It has fatigue. I am just so tired. It is this humidity. It's not the heat, it's the humidity. And I'm on the lake clearing this land off. But the air that circulates off the lake is not cool breeze. It's warm air. And that really doesn't help. But just think in mid summer, like July, August, if something was to happen, it would be almost a death sentence for a lot of people if something was to happen in the summertime, a SHTF situation where they would, look at New York, the heat wave they have up there, and people die. Just imagine what it will be like with no power, with the grid down. I mean, you can't turn on your faucet to get water. Now there's going to be people out here, well, I have a well and I have solar panels. Well, that's good. But what happens if your solar panels get damaged? Say somebody shoots at you, hit your solar panels. Without solar panel, your well isn't going to work unless you have a hand pump. Your AC and your fans are not going to work if they damage or destroy your solar panels. So I mean, a solar panel is good. It's okay, okay to have, but they're not a guarantee because a bullet can destroy it real quick. But everybody, I have been asked what would be what season. I done a video on that for an SHTF situation. Me, winter would be easier because if I get cold, I can start a fire. I can layer myself. Moving keeps you warm. In the summertime, You know, if there's snow on the ground, I can melt snow, or if the rivers are froze, I can use the ice to melt to get water. In the summertime, you know, how can you stay cool? Getting, you know, getting in a cave, yeah, or getting into a body of water, but you can't stay in that water all the time because you got to get up and you got to move. You know, it's this heat and humidity is going to kill a lot of people. They're going to get dehydrated, and it's just going to go downhill from there. I mean, you know, their kidneys are going to fail, or they're going to drink bad water and get sick. You know, your kidneys are going to fail from being dehydrated so bad. You know, then drinking bad water, and you're going to get all kinds of waterborne diseases, and you're going to die. So it's, and another thing about this heat and humidity during an SHTF situation, the mosquitoes are going to drive you crazy. Ticks are out so bad because you're going to get, you know, there's 2 disease-carrying insects already. Snakes. If you have to walk through forest or swamp or something like that, mountains, you got to worry about snakes. And if you catch, you in the summertime, you're just going to have to rely on small game and fish, you know, and you're going to have to catch as you go. You can't get a deer or an elk or a moose or a bear or a pig or something like that in the summertime because the meat will go bad. Because if you don't know how to preserve it or salt it or smoke it or have a cool place to store it, it's going to go bad. You know, in the summertime, the animals, if we're suffering lack of water, what do you think these farm animals are going to be like? You know, we could get into a bad drought, and these little ponds that the farmers water their animals with dry up. You know, what's going to happen to the goats, the pigs, the chickens, the cows without water? They're going to die just like us. So, heat and humidity, I don't think, you know, the only thing we can do is try to stay hydrated. You know, if you move at nighttime, you're going to be a target. You know, early morning when it's nice and cool would be the time I would move, and dusky dark, you know, be a time. Midday, I wouldn't be doing anything if I could help it, because it these past 3 days have been just brutal on me. I mean, I am slap wore out from the humidity. I mean, the heat, like out in, you know, Arizona and stuff like that, you get 90 or 95-degree heat. You just got the heat. You don't have the humidity. Here, if you get 90, 95 heat, the humidity's going to kick in. It's going to feel like it's 100 and something. You can't breathe when you walk outside. But have you guys thought about how you're going to deal with the heat and humidity? You know, if we do, the grid goes down, power grid goes down. I mean, it's going to be rough on people, especially people trying to get out of these big cities. They're going to be dropping like flies. Because if you've been in a big city, like, let's take New York. It is so hot there with the lights, the buildings, the asphalt, the traffic. And it is hot. Now, just imagine with the grid down situation, how hot it's going to be. Without the lights, the cars are not going to be able to move. There's going to be no fans, no air conditioning, no nothing. It is going to be like a sauna, an oven in the cities, and people will drop like flies. And trying to get out of the cities, you know, they think, oh, I'll just grab a gallon of water and I can walk. You might be able to walk a few miles before that gallon of water is gone. And then when you can't find clean water, you're shit out of luck. It's going to be rough. I mean, you know, everybody says, oh, summertime will be easy to deal with an SHTF situation because you don't have to worry about being cold. It'd be easier for me in the wintertime because, like I said, I can put on layers of clothes. I can build shelter. I can I can cut enough firewood to keep me warm. And when I hunt, I can always preserve it, you know. In the summertime, there's a saying. In the wintertime, you can layer your clothes and stay warm. In the summertime, there's just so much clothes you can take off before you go to jail. So, I mean, it have the point of this video, have you guys thought about how you're going to deal with the heat and the humidity, taking care of yourself? If you have animals, how are you going to take care of them? How are you going to have extra water to keep your garden going? Because if we hit a drought, and how are you going to get extra water to take care of yourself, your garden, and your animals? You know, granted, I have a lake right down from me. You know, we can go down there and get 5-gallon buckets of water if need be. But how many trips are we going to have to do a day? 3? Probably 3 a day. You know, filling up 4 or 5 gallons of water. I mean, 4 or 5-gallon buckets of water. Because you've got to keep yourself hydrated. That's why I try to train my body to take less water so I can build up. But there comes a certain point you got to drink. I mean, you got to have water, Gatorade. I was talking to a person and they said Pedialyte, I think it's what it's called. The drink that you give your the infants and toddlers and stuff like that when they get sick so they don't get dehydrated. They said that stuff is better for adults than drinking Gatorade or Powerade because it's not as hard on the kidneys. This is what this guy said that his doctor told him. So I'm thinking about, you know, they sell it at the Dollar Tree. They got orange or grape. So I'm thinking about getting a few more. I got a couple of them set back because I kept for Eric when, you know, if he was sick when he was little. But I'm gonna think about getting some more and setting back. But how are you guys going to deal with it? Because it's going to be, there's nothing going on. I mean, there's not a SHTF situation happening now, and if you have to work outside, you damn near can't take it. You just got to do a little bit, then rest and hydrate. Work a little bit, rest and hydrate. You just can't go at it full steam because you drop dead. But it's going to be rough. I mean, you know, like I said, I can hear people, well, I've got solar panels. I got, you know, that, you know, if you got solar panels, that's no guarantee you're going to keep power because, you know, I could take my rifle and knock out solar panels at 300 yards, not a problem whatsoever. And I say a lot of other people can do it too. So solar panels are not a guarantee. You know, if you don't have a hand pump on your well, you just have you know, a well pump hooked up to electricity or batteries, you're screwed if you can't charge your batteries. So solar panels is good to have, but they're not a guarantee to keep power going. Because like I said, anybody can take with a rifle at 300 yards and take your solar panel slap out of the equation. But you guys tell me, how have you thought about how you're going to keep yourself cool? How you going to keep your family cool and hydrated if anything happens in a SHTF situation? You know, if you around water, a creek or a lake or a river or a stream or whatever, you're not going to be alone because other people and other animals are going to be hunting that for that water source. So more people equals more danger on top of what you're going through right now. So let me know what you think. Have you thought about it? Have you not thought about it? Have you figured something out? Just let me know. And everybody, I hope everybody has a great day. And I'll be back later in the next day or so with another video. All right, guys. Bye and be safe.